What's up guys, Pat here, and today we're gonna talk about how to create superfans. Superfans are people who are just so in love with your brand and you and what you do. I mean, these are the crazies, not in the stalker crazy kind of way, but the crazies who will fly out to see you because you said that you were gonna be somewhere and do a meetup. People who were gonna buy your products just because you came out with them. They don't even read the sales page, they just know they're gonna be great. These are the people who are going to, when there's a troll on your website, they're gonna be the first ones on the front line to defend you from all the disrespectful people out there. And they're the people who, when your brand, if it were to go away, or if you were to stop producing content or like disappear for a little bit, they wouldn't be upset. They would be sad. They would feel like a part of them is missing because they feel like you are a part of their lives, which you can become. For example, me, like I'm a super fan of Back to the Future, so much that I buy hoverboards on Etsy, or maybe two. Or like my wife April, who is a super fan of the Backstreet Boys, and she has this like secret box in her closet with like bobbleheads and a framed picture of Nick Carter. What is that?
Framed picture.
You have a framed picture. Where's my framed picture?
See your face every day. You join boy bands and maybe I'll frame your face.
Okay, this is too much. So how do you get superfans? Well, the trick with superfans is this. They're not created the moment people find you, right? Like that'd be silly. The first time you're introduced to something, it's not like love at first sight. I mean, maybe it is, but you aren't a super fan of something until you have several moments, several experiences with that thing. And so it takes time. And so you need to create moments and experiences over time, the moment after a person finds you. And we've talked about in videos previously, we'll put them in the cards up here, we'll put them in the links below, on how to get a person who just finds you and discovers you for the first time, how to get them to become an active community member. If you're looking at a pyramid right now, which is, I want you to think of this as your total user base. At the bottom, people find you, they're part of your casual audience. And then you convert them into your active audience, they're following you, they're subscribers, but they're not quite yet a part of the next step, which is the community of people where we talk about how to get them to continue to come back and to feel like they're a part of something, they have an identity as being a fan of your brand. And then from there, you can convert them into, at the top of this pyramid here, which is super fans. But I want you to look at this pyramid really quick. If I were to ask you, where do you think most of the customers are gonna come from? Where do you think most of the engagement, where do you think your lifetime value is at the highest, in terms of how much a person is spending on you and your brand? It's at the top of this pyramid, right? Yet we all of us suffer from this. We wanna get more traffic. We're building from the bottom up. We want the bottom of this pyramid, the casual audience, to be bigger. We spend a lot more money on Facebook ads. We worry about search engine optimization. We try to get as many people into this pyramid as possible, which is, yes, an important thing to do, but what happens when people get into this pyramid? We should be focusing on getting people who are already in our pyramid at the bottom through this pyramid up to the top. That's what we need to be doing. Because guess what? Instead of working so hard to build this from the bottom up, you can work on building superfans who are gonna expand this pyramid for you because they're gonna be evangelists for you. They're gonna be ambassadors for your brand. And you know what? There's no better recommendation than one that comes from a trusted friend. So when this friend, the person who is a super fan of yours, invites their friends and followers in too, it's gonna be worth a lot more than you not knowing that person, inviting them yourself. So my ask, my plea to you is, although you should still, yes, focus on traffic and ads are great and SEO is important, I want you to consider when a person discovers you, how can you get them to become a super fan? And we'll link to you in the description below, like I said, those videos that are gonna show you kind of the bottom parts of this pyramid. But to get people to become a super fan, how do you do that? Well, before that, let me ask you, well, how many super fans do we need to make a significant difference? Well, let's define that. And actually, thankfully, this was defined by somebody named Kevin Kelly, who wrote an essay way back in the day. I think it was written in 2005 or 2006, even before I got into online business, an article called 1,000 True Fans. And I'll link to this below. I highly recommend you read this, but I'm gonna tell you the gist of it right now. And that is, what if you had just 1,000 people, 1,000 true fans or super fans? Like I said, we defined that already, but these people, let's just say that they spend $100 because they love you on stuff, on seeing you at a concert or your products or your merchandise or whatever it is you have to offer. Just $100 a year, 1,000 people $100 a year. A lot of people spend $100 a month on things that you don't even consume. I mean, cable TV is one example. Look at the math here. $100 a year times 1,000 people is $100,000. That's your six-figure income right there. Now, of course, these are just numbers, and there's a lot of things in play here. For example, taxes. And yes, I get it. But just hypothetically speaking, these numbers make it very doable. And the fact that you don't need 1 million subscribers, you don't need a blockbuster hit. That was the thesis here with Kevin's article. You don't need a blockbuster hit to have blockbuster success. Let's break down the math even more. If you took that number, 1,000 fans, and you broke it down into, okay, what if you gained 1 new fan a day? 1 new fan a day. How long would that take you to get 1,000 true fans? It would take you just a little over 2.5 years to build a significant business for yourself at just 1 fan a day. Can you build 1 fan a day? Yes, you can. How do you do that? Well, stick around because I'm gonna give you, that was a really long intro, but I felt like I needed to set that up because these 3 things really can help you build that fan a day, and likely you can probably build even more than 1 fan a day. But here's how you build superfans. Let's get into it. Now, in one of my previous videos, I talked about the importance of, in order to build loyal fans, you have to build a community. That's step 1 in building superfans. You need to have that community to pull superfans out of. Now, naturally, some of those people in that community are going to become superfans, but there's a couple things you need to do to get to that superfan status. Number 1, you need to stay super consistent, right? Consistently deliver for those people. Consistently give them things that they aren't getting anywhere else. That's number 1. Number 2, surprise them. The surprise part is super important because when you think about it, it is those unexpected moments that get a person to stop and consider why they love you. So the example I always use is like, let's say you have, for example, a spouse, and every night before you go to bed, you say goodnight and I love you to your spouse, right? And every single night it's the same. It just becomes routine, right? And it becomes expected. And like the day you forget to say it, she gets angry, and then you have a fight and you're sleeping on the couch. Not that that's something I've experienced myself, but anyway. But what about like if you were to go to her office on a random Tuesday at 3:48 p.m. with some flowers and some chocolates, and you just go and you give it to her, and that's it, for no reason. You just do it. That's a surprise. That's unexpected. But guess what? That's the thing that gets remembered. You'll be thanked for that. You'll be appreciated. But more than that, likely she's going to share that with her coworkers, or they're gonna see that. They're gonna be like, oh my gosh, she's amazing. How can you deliver an I love you and chocolates and flowers to your audience on a random day? That's the analogy. You don't actually have to give them chocolates and flowers unless your niche is in the chocolates and flowers space. All right, next, another big aspect of building superfans is, especially as an online personality, as somebody who has an online brand, you need to go above and beyond. So this goes and plays a little bit with the surprise route, but if you do a little bit more than expected, and this might be in the delivery of something, in a product that you have, and an offering. Perhaps you give away something for free for your community that you're normally charging for. Just some amazing, unexpected surprise again, but not a little one, but kind of a big one. These are moments in the year that you can gain a lot of fans at the same time. So let's say, for example, that you're coming out with a book, and you wanna do something special for your top fans. So what you might say is, actually, you should probably know who some of these people are in your audience who are loyal fans. That's another strategy, is to just know who those people are. Actually create a database of who those loyal fans are. Now, there are tools out there like Instagram and Facebook that have insights where you can go and actually see who your most engaged users are. But I would suspect that over time, remember, this takes time, you're gonna know who those people are. These might be the people who are spending the most money with you, or who are in every single course of yours. Phil, I'm looking at you. Maybe you're coming out with this book and you say, hey guys, because you've been so amazing and so dedicated to the brand, I wanna give you a copy of my book for free. Just out of nowhere, here is that book for you. All right, and finally, the number 1 way to build fans is, like I said, 1 at a time, on a personal level. So reach out to people, talk to people on the phone, get them on Skype, chat with them on Zoom. That is something that's gonna be unexpected, especially as you grow and start to build kind of a big following. You can get fans by pulling certain people out and having a real life one-to-one conversation with them, helping them out, giving them personalized help, giving them a personal video even. If you can't do the one-on-one calls, do a one-on-one video, and have that be something that a person goes, wow, I cannot believe you took the time to do that. And it's so cool because honestly, it doesn't take that much time at all. It just takes a little bit of care and consideration. All that being said, I wanna ask you now, In the comment section below, I want you to answer, what are you going to do to start building fans today? And for those of you out there who think you're doing this already, I wanna ask you, have you built a fan yet today? Who have you helped? Who have you served in a way such that they will start to become a fan of yours? Have you done that yet? And if not, you might wanna do something about that. Because really, it just takes a fan a day to make a major change in your life. If you've been struggling with, I don't know the formula or the secret blueprints for how to do this, take the time to talk to one person a day and see what you can do to make a fan of that person. So answer in the comment section below, what are you gonna do to build a fan today? Thanks again for watching this video. Make sure you hit subscribe to this channel if you haven't already. And in the video cards right here you can click to learn how to get people who just find you for the first time to kind of get interested in seeing more of your stuff. And over here, you can start to build a community. So whatever stage you're at, just click on these and I'll see you in the next video. Thank you again so much. Have you created a fan today? Hopefully I've created one in you. Thanks.